Yarhar ye GMODists. It's time to dive back in adventure mode. But this time, we are pirates, as you can see by my excellent... Okay, cancel. Oh no, we're not gonna cancel. Pirate means wooden boat and time-appropriate weapons. And here, like, I'm thinking cannons, you know, the simple weapon type. I'm thinking more cannons. Maybe some bow rams. And definitely missile harpoons, as long as we make them look like harpoons. And of course, rum. I don't really know how we'll solve this or survive, but I'm sure the rum is gonna help us. What's gonna suck even more than having just this like wooden hull is time-appropriate propulsion. Fortunately, we're in alpha build, which means we can look at the new sails. New sail main. Attachment. We can just drop down a few of them so you can see how cool they are. Create sail. Well, look at that. Isn't that quite beautiful? So we'll see how we can set that up, but at least we're gonna look at the new beautiful sails, which definitely don't have any type of glitch or anything. They work perfectly fine. The exact rules are a little bit to be announced, but that's the general gist of it. And time-appropriate propulsion is definitely paddles. So I've designed this beautiful paddle we're going to use also as a little prefab. I'm just going to finish that off. I will absolutely not commit to drinking this thing entirely, but I will taste it. It's the GMODISM Imperial Premium Rum, as you can see. Yarhar or whatever they say. Ugh. Now I feel fresh. I absolutely hate the drinking games, by the way. So don't you ever draw me into something like that. We're gonna get into the game and start this thing. As you can clearly see, our example tests are going absolutely great. It's now a pirate hydrofoil. Beautiful. I'm just gonna save this down. Servus is a great name for a paddle. It means slave. Ladies and gentlemen, this looks almost romantic. In all seriousness, it's pretty cool we can get like 30 meters per second with a completely engine-free unpowered boat. 40 like meters per second is pretty cool. But we now switch to articulated paddles, but I feel that looks less funny, so we're not gonna have them articulated, if you wondered. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get into adventure mode. By the way, if you want my loading screens and background menu screens, you can download them. You find some links if you go to the YouTube channel page and just look at posts. I post a little nice background every week. They're all downloadable, however. That's the sponsor of this video. Well, in any case, a free thing. Let us get into adventure mode. It was some time ago. We are in pirate. I can't spell. Pirate. Yarr. Oh my. So here we are at a wooden boat. What an instant regret, I suppose. Since I'm not the best in adventure mode in general, you know, as seen on the channel. We're not gonna bother very much with aesthetics. You can bet on that. We can basically thus only use wood as our real armor. I think, honestly, like, heavy armor is gonna be absolutely off limits. I feel that metal plates work. This is probably the same type of rules you could have for our old sailboat tournament. That was ages and ages ago. But yeah, something like that. Hey, we don't need any engine power. No, indeed not. So in any case, RTGs? No way, we don't need that. I'm gonna try and build... Oh, that's interesting. So basically, here we have our miners. I'll see if I change my mind later on this, but honestly, we may collect a little bit of material that's here. I'm just gonna build like a starting raft. But honestly, after the starting raft is built, I don't think we can have... This is not pirate gear, you know? Ah, field tool. Such a nice feature. For like once in a lifetime, aesthetics will not be... Well, it should never have been ever the highest priority on any adventure mode ever, but this time it will not be. I'm just making it boat-shaped, and my excuse for that is that it will be a bit faster. Not that we need speed, honestly, so it's really a bullshit reason, but I guess I just can't stand making it box, a pure box, like... Semi-box, yes, but pure box, no. Okay. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a pirate ship. It looks great, as you can see. I mean, it's pretty pirate, so we can be a little bit ragtag like that. Here we sit, we collected our materials, we spawned some basic guns and a couple of paddles. Now, issue is that the enemy has appeared somewhere, and the weather is really bad too. What can we do? So we're just gonna you know, go over there. You know, I'm starting to have second thoughts about using paddles that are not you know, articulated. Well, stabilization is on, by the way. Holy shit, this is bad. So not ready. Oh no. Okay. Right, we will need to turn on... Uh-oh. I didn't spawn the heartstone. It's basically draining my health to shoot. Oh no. What? It died somehow. I was desperately trying to place down a heartstone, and yeah, I wish I captured the glorious moment where it died. I just noticed it's dead. What? Right, so there we go. Our first enemy is defeated. That could have been a pretty short episode. Another enemy has been spotted. To the command, Rambot, that's all there is. Are we sinking? What the hell? Why are we sunken? Makes no sense. Oh, it's because of that, I see. Well, let's not sink anymore. We're gonna smash in an air pump in here. There you go. Full buoyancy. Almost. I want to have some hit markers when we hit stuff. The boat has decided to go completely submarine, so I mean, I guess we'll have to hydrofoil. What the hell? This is like super strange, but we're like heavy for some reason. Like we're properly heavy. I don't know quite why. The pistons, I guess they weigh something, but I didn't anticipate them to weigh that much. So we're like desperately trying to get out of the water here. Using some air pumps, we should be able to gain some. But it's increasing. It's increasing. Why? This does not make any sense. Why? I found the issue. I removed the sail block, and the sail block somehow was causing this extreme weight. Oh no. And we come up upside down? Are you kidding me? Of course. We couldn't expect to get up on the right spot. Why would you? Pause the game. Oh my. It's gonna be one of these. Alright. Okay. Right. Let's come on. At least we can pause the game. I guess we'll have to fight upside down then. This is not optimal. I'm not picking up materials again, which is a little bit annoying. You like, come on now. Fire. Well, I guess we are Rambot moding here. Where are you, aircraft? Where is the Heartstone? Come on, stable. Is it over here, perhaps? I don't remember. Perhaps the Heartstone is hurt. Oh no. That's bad. That's bad. That's quite bad. That is quite... Oh no. Yeah, Oh, no. No. Oh. So that will conclude try number 1. We can't give up yet. I have been working. I made a lot of prefabs and like sub-objects and stuff, which are part of the accessible for the government and commissioned officers and government members. But anyways, it's in the files now when you watch this video, I hope. But in any case, I've been working hard to make some prefabs. For one, I didn't really enjoy the bare wood color. I want to use my colored wood. For the other part, it didn't go very well, right? So it takes some time configuring all the web computers and all that jazz. So what I basically done is I put together some decent prefabs to use. Now, I did some research. There is a video about this that's longer already, I think, but whatever. I did some research, and basically, when we're talking about age of sail weapons, these calibers are far too large, but I felt that there are some shells that make more sense than others. And one of those shells is, of course, just pure kinetic slug, just regular cram shells, you know. Hardeners, nothing else. The other thing is actually incendiary, because incendiary, they apparently had heated shots that they would like heat up shots then fire them, and that would be pretty historical too. So incendiary works, pure slug works, and they did have like bar shots and, you know, shots that can basically divided with a chain and stuff like that when you fire them, and that would kind of resemble hollow point. So hollow point fuse that is allowed, no fuse at all, so we have a just kinetic slug is allowed, and incendiary can be allowed if it's not overdone due to, well, basically, you know, heated shots. So here we have some prefabs. I have a small little cannon, cram cannon, very small, which has like a load time of 90 seconds. Not very scary, but very cheap. Then we have a larger cram cannon decan, and this is 1950 millimeters, a little bit too large, but a reload time of 300 seconds. This deals considerable damage, but it's like a one-shotter per battle. Then these guys, they are kind of a minute. Each one are like 2 minutes, 100 seconds. And this is just like, you know, hollow point shells, cram barrage, perfectly a little mid-deck prefab. Then we have some diff guns, 236mm diff guns, so not like max size. And that's because we want to have a decent shell speed. And this we're gonna load with either incendiary shells or just heavy heads or possibly hollow point shells. Same with this one, but it's a mid-deck one. So they look nice too. Then we go over to the 64 pounders. I just made a little matrix of them where we can spawn 6 in a reasonable pattern with connected up weapon controllers. 32 pounders, a free one, 16 pounder. The really cool thing with the 32 pounders, by the way, is that they have a much wider angle of fire than the 16 pounder, which doesn't make any sense, but that's how it is. The revolving blast gun did have a very small arc of fire, which doesn't make any sense because it looks like it's on like a swivel system. So I added it on a little swivel system, so we can just spawn it in like that to make it work. Then I did take the time and make some ballistas. This ballista has a candle. This is incendiary ballista. Maybe a little bit too old weapon technology, but I felt they could coexist, you know? Because harpoons definitely doesn't make any sense because we need engine power to draw things in, and we're not going to have an engine power to deal with. And this is just, you know, thumper. This is just kinetic. And they don't have any fuel. It's just a short-range thruster to make the launch speed a bit faster. Of course, these are unguided. Yeah, both of these are unguided because, of course, they can't be. Then we have the Centauri clan, the predecessor to Centauri GmbH. Their predecessor cannon. This is a little diff gun we're gonna use. Not overuse, because this could be a bit good. I removed the laser guided fuse system, so this is just gonna be for regular slug like that. But yeah. Then I did make some prefab sails, looking neat like this, so we can add sails faster, and beautiful paddles, so we can paddle around. Yeah, I thought that was a nice little addition. So now we're gonna dive in to do a little second try of this thing. This run we're gonna call Yarhar! Exclamation mark. And there we are. Nice. So I'm thinking we're just gonna chill out here basically, and I want to have my nice colors. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna build a spawner, and I'm gonna build my little spawn structure, like not the platform Mark III, by the way, but like my vehicle. I will explain more here. So I have something called AOG Colors Vehicle. We are gonna spawn one. And why are we gonna spawn one? Well, the thing is, when we do this, we have the fantastic ability to basically not need to set up our colors again. If I build on this vehicle, you can see it comes preset with my setup colors, the Army of GMODISM colors, which is what I want. So that's a little life hack of getting the same color palette set up each time. By the way, on the platform Mark III, you can basically cut off a little piece and then spawn a basically vehicle like this, which comes with the inherited colors, if you want to use that as a base for setting up your own color scheme or whatever. Swapping some materials out. So now we have a basic wooden hull using the prefab. You know, we'll have to speed this process up a little bit. We need to get a functional combat vessel going, and we can upgrade it later. So I'm just gonna build a tiny little sanctuary here in the middle where we can, I don't know, exist and have some hearthstone and AI and whatnot. It's going pretty quick to set up a nice little ship with prefabs like this. Look at that. And I just realized we actually need to have a little engine, unfortunately, because like the Hearthstone requires engine power, and if we don't have engine power, we'll die, you know? It's bad to die, I noticed. Wait, this is weird. I was building this, and I was like, I have 7 materials. Why can I build this? It costs 100 materials. Is this a bug? Oh no. I think it may be bugged. So, if I like wanted to build some 64 pounders when I pause the game. Oh, it stops me. And now it realizes. This is weird. Okay. I don't get free material. Okay, this is weird. Well, never mind, I guess. This rotation speed needs to be limited. Oh my. Yes, 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 yes. No. Oh. Alright. Too powerful. So we opted for sailing boat instead. It's gonna be much slower. Is Bed desperately trying to crawl back to gather our materials? Yarhar. But in any case, the first iteration of our little combat boat is starting to get it like pretty done. So that's pretty amazing. Yeah. The like super important thing with having prefabs like this, it's that they're like local weapon controllers are like pre-set up when we do this. Then we don't need to set them up each time, which really is the time consumer for adding weapons here. That's why it's important. So for example here for the revolting blast gun, we have like it set to 300 meter max because they're really not effective beyond that range. In true pirate fashion, the only metal we can use is sheet metal. It has, well, it has 40 armor, but it has health of 280 I mean. So it's like, yeah, it's about as much health as 1 square meter of wood, like 1 block. And we don't need to only have broadside cannons. Apparently, there were galleys that were front-siders, which could shoot forwards thus. So that's nice. Well, I think it's time to move over the character, which we do with a simple press on Q. It's like magic. Before we leave this place, we're gonna use our starting raft to deplete the materials here, in case we need some extra materials, you know? We don't really have the ability to use material gatherers later, because I feel that's a little bit out the tech constraint we wanna use, really. Gather up the materials. We do have some in reserve, but I think it's gonna be too little, so we're just gonna take the adventure raft and scrap it completely. What the what? No way! This is so annoying. I didn't know this. I didn't know this. Oh no, I didn't even save this thing. Oh crap, I can't even find it in autosaves. Oh. But that's okay. We have the RAM. That's one good thing. Okay, that's it. I'm okay. I'm not going to. So the craft we just built, that's just gonna be used for thumbnail clickbaiting, okay? And I loaded the previous attempt at adventure mode pirate, but changed some things. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to build on this save because I'm not recreating that thing. I'm sorry. Well, we're just adding some weapons here, and we're gonna have this little thing. So all assign intakes, a little diff gun, 236 millimeter, beautiful little diff gun with a heavy head shell. We're getting pretty ready to get in battle. We're just gonna swoop up this materials here, but I can show you we have a cram frontsider as a galley. We got a diff gun there. We got some 32 pounders on the side, some 16 pounders as backup, and some revolving blast guns all around, and basic detection. Beautiful. Oh, and a little sharp tip ballista. Oh yeah, we should make it beautiful. What do we like that? Look at that. They look pretty neat now, I think. Beautiful. And I think we have sucked up the materials here too, so we can finally cut this off. I'm just gonna save in case. All right, it is now saved. Come on. Thank you. Beautiful. There you go. Can you like, yes. Beautiful. We can suck up those materials. And we're getting pretty ready here to actually engage in combat. So let's turn on everything. Sailing behavior. Yar-har. Broadside routine online. Weapons. Oh yeah, we are very much engaging. 14k. We're packing as we approach. Yeah, beautiful. Probably better we actually have this thing. You know, 5 meters per second ain't much, but it's much better than, yeah, nothing at all. What the hell did shoot? Oh shit, we lost like major AI parts. What the hell? Oh crap. Oh crap, okay. The engine, alright! Yeah, so that we learned from last time. We need to have some basic... Let's have a repair tentacle, a repair bot. Or is repair... No, we are repairing ourselves. It's not cheat. Besides, we kind of need it. Oh man, I'm just accidentally removing shit now. Can you like... What the hell? Oh man. Oh my, we're starting off good. At least we can get gold arrows, isn't that nice? So I guess we're just gonna panic repair this place a little bit. And hopefully our heartstone will not run out of energy. It's now recharging. Okay, great. Beautiful. Fantastic. Ugh. Right, we're getting pretty attacked here from close range. I think we'll need to give them our front side. So I'm just gonna carefully turn around here and make sure our frontal cannons are able to aim. I don't know, man. Should they not be able to aim here? I think they should. I guess it's no idea shooting them prematurely. Come on. Oh yeah, there we go. We got the first barrage. And they are missing dramatically. At least they reload fast. Come on, guys. Pretty low projectile speed too. I wonder if our cram cannon will ever shoot, or if it's something wrong with it. Perhaps something wrong with it, I don't know. Did something blow up again? Okay, good. We need to really keep an eye on the heartstone and those levels. I should save too, man. It would be nice to have some, I don't know, armor. Wood is armor. 20, you know, honestly, 25 meters of wood beats 1 meter of heavy metal, or heavy armor it's called. And they share the same cost. I think the wood is lighter though. But yeah, that's something that can be good to know before we shit on wood too much. You know, we have like, is it 4 meters? 3 meters. And that's like nothing. That's compared to like 1 meter of metal. So we're basically unarmored. It's just that the sheer bulk of wood we need is insane. Alright. The repair bot is doing big work. Trying to make us not die. 88% just 500 meters. We're getting in range to use the revolting blast guns. Honestly, I don't know what's happening with the cram here, but we can't really wait for it. I think it's time to broadside. Oh, bam, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We do, however, have slightly less materials than we had when we started battle, which is a bit worrying. Damn. Also, goodbye. It also turns out I just plainly forgot to add a local weapon controller to this little prefab here, so I guess that's embarrassing, and that has to be added, of course. Beautiful. Alright, so it looks like we're facing an aircraft, so I added an extra ballista here because that's what they really are, anti-air weapons. Set up to channel 2, good, beautiful. So yeah, we're just gonna slowly move on towards the enemy at a reasonable pace of 1 meter per second. Very nice. Holy shit! The cannons, the cram fired. I don't know if it's a... Yeah, okay, so it thought it could hit that. I'm not as convinced, you know? I'm really not. A for effort, I guess. I really don't enjoy these missiles. I will say that. Alright. The ballista is... Oh man, we need to get closer with our other ballistas. Really? We are losing so much health here. This is embarrassing. We can't even move now because our sail is gone. Oh man. We'll just have to wait for it to move its slow pace towards us. Finally, look at that. The ballista is online. It already fired its... Okay, nice, I suppose. We have another ballista, I think. No, we don't. Oh yeah, that was the only ballista. What? Oh, finally! I think that was the ballista. I just didn't see. We removed the effects from the from the missile to make it more realistic, so it's harder to see them as well. I suppose it fired. I guess we can say that on computer. Well, it did fire some shots, so obviously that must have been it. We're like 77% health left. What the hell? I'm not seeing how this will go good. I don't think we can do it, man. This is too hard. Our opponent was like the tiniest boat ever. Like, why? Why did that deal so much damage? Alright. We have quite a new strategy, ladies and gentlemen. We have switched to a front-sider galley. As shown to me in our Discord, you should join if you haven't already, by the way, but that was a good information. There are front-sider... I don't remember who posted it, I'm sorry. Was it one of the Kevins? In any case, big thanks for that tip, or like fact check that there actually existed front-siders at pirate time. So this is historically accurate. Yeah, well, in any case, I did also slap some material gatherers too here because, you know, it just... Yeah, we were in desperate need of materials. What can I say? I feel that pirates are pretty much scavengers, so I think that's historically accurate as well. Maybe not laser drills, but hey, we do have detection. I'm also severely doubting we'll even be able to win this, but whatever, we should try. And as you can see, what we basically do... Bam, that was not nice. We just line up ourselves like a front-sider. You know, like... Then we just carefully aim and fire a little bit prematurely, perhaps, but... Oh, we got some hit. We got some hit, obviously, you can see that. So we're just doing... Okay, those guns are not reaching. We should actually separate them to different weapon groups. so that we will not waste ammo. But yeah, because these guys, half are set up with heavy heads, half are set up with hollow points. Some of them will hit and they will hurt. Oh crap, I'm dying because I fell down into the ocean. That's bad news. And there is an easy fix though. Click the button. We're saved. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set up the first row to be more accurate. So I'm gonna add a section of barrel and I'm gonna set them all up to be for channel like 1. So we only control these guns when we control channel 1. Alright. Can you like not bob up and down? It's very hard to aim. Oh my. Actually, I have to pause the game to aim properly. Okay. Now. No, they fire directly, damn it. Well, that should have been anticipated, I suppose. Okay. Can you like fire? Let's see here. I'm not sure if we're... Oh yeah, we are in range. Good. Shells are coming. Bam. There you can see you can actually snipe some stuff here. Time to fire everything. So this is what I've been doing here. You can see I collected together like 10,000 materials. You know, not much, but that's something. So I'll continue to do this. It kind of works. We're just sniping them and collecting mats. So yeah, wish me luck, I guess. Almost. Ah, it's beautiful, but beautiful to see the balls roll in there. This close distance. Bam! There we go. Got him. I just had the greatest idea. We have a little, what is it called? Hologram projector. And we can project things in the air with the keywords. This is something not very useful most often, but in this particular situation, it's extremely useful because I always forget what type of health our vehicle has. So with this, we should be able to, or I know we can. Vehicle, we'll just need to spell right. I think it's say case sensitive. Vehicle. Oh yeah, look at that. Now we can easily display the vehicle health just above us like this. So we can just see here how much mats we have left. We can even like fill in the letters here. Beautiful. Now this looks professional, if I can say so. Yes. Oh yeah, look at that. We even have a little display to show if we have a target. That is very nice. Okay, beautiful. This will have to save. We're gonna save this for the commissioned officers' accessible files and government officials. If you support the channel with those options, you get access to, you know, my like library of stuff. Well, isn't that quite nice? Makes life a little bit simpler. I smashed a couple of more guns on our tiny little craft here. We are only 123,000 in cost. That's not a lot. I'm thinking I should just probably like add more guns to this until we're out of material, but I'm having a little problem, and that is we're basically don't have any space to add more guns. Also, the 64 pounders look cool, but I'm not sure they are the best. That they are our best weapon here, since you know, they do have this little issue of having a limited range and limited damage, and yeah, I think diff gun is probably the way to go, but whatever. The crams, you know, all of the weapons we built for this have to be used, so let's use them. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm genuinely scared of unpausing the game because enemies is very, very scary. I have been grinding very, very hard, basically going and collecting material spots. Yeah, we've been mining a lot. to try and build up a material pool that we now have. We now have 600,000 materials, and it's time to take this bad boy and upgrade it to make it very scary. Because it's not very scary right now, and we have been relying very heavily on our front battery. Which is not wrong, but you know, I kind of forgot a little bit, very sadly. I'm so sorry who gave me this tip, but there is something called the Obsidian de Vaisseau. Obsidian de Vaisseau. Yeah. It's anyways an age of sail, high explosive mortar. So it's basically designed to fire explosive shells at a low velocity. And this is an accurate age of sail weapon. Maybe it wasn't very good, but this means we will be able to make cram mortars. We're gonna add cram mortars to our allowed battery, explosive cram mortars, because I feel that is a valid thing to have since it actually existed. So big thanks to whoever gave me that tip. You know who you are, make yourself known in the YouTube comments. In any case, we have an obvious issue, and that is that our boat is very narrow, which means that, well, explosive things and fires and everything is really, really scary. The really crazy thing about wood in From the Depth is that it's kind of resistant to fire because it burns very well, but it also makes the intensity of the fire go down very much, which makes it not reach too far when it's high intensity fires, which is the scary thing. We are also very, you know, we have had some very scary moments with the Pontus coming at us with its drills. So we need to dream up some kind of anti-submarine defense thing. Most likely it's gonna be pointy bits. But in any case, that is kind of the plan. I'm just gonna strip away components, you know, like actually doing like something like this. We can do a lot of things here. Like here, remove all decorations and mimics, and remove all sub-constructs. Maybe. Ooh, I'm a little bit scared now. Did we like fill up our storage units doing that? Let me just add a few. And we can just... Alright. Very nice, very nice. And I'm just going to basically cut away parts of the ship. Just like this. With a symmetry plane in the middle, so we can basically re-add stuff. Now we need to be careful to not like remove our storage units or anything that keeps us alive, which is why we saved before we started this little process. But I kind of want a clean-ish slate to work from, because I felt that our current design was just a jumbled mess. It looked really bad. And it was just generally sad, okay? So we are absolutely guilty of repair bot spam on this thing, but honestly, I don't know how else to survive. It is, it's a pretty hard challenge as it is. So yeah, I don't have any better ideas. Anyways, I'm going to decrease the population of them a little bit. And basically, we're gonna add some. We're just gonna change up a little bit what's in here, because that can always be a good thing to do. We're gonna have an auxiliary little electric engine, because maybe you do remember, maybe not, that we did have tiny issues with not having engine power. Well, we kind of died because Our Hearthstone requires power. So we are running on an RTG setup because that is, I don't know if it's realistic, but you know, having fuel or real engines feels even weirder. Yeah. All right, feel free to criticize me, but you know, we have pretty harsh limitations. So I have built a bunker of some extra RTGs and a bunch of material containers because we do need material containers, and they do have 15,000 health, which does survive. Well, our survivability. Yeah, because I know for a fact that our previous setup was, well, let's say, kind of weak. We're gonna have a little double area there where we can sit, and I have now filled out a good bit of more components inside of here. I'm adding to the Hearthstone so that the Hearthstone extension can basically host a larger ship in general. And I'm thinking something like this. We are gonna go into the R tab and we're gonna use wooden ducts here a little bit on the side because they do have a good bit of health as well, but it's still wood. So I guess this would be some kind of reinforced wood. You know, I don't feel I go too much cheese here because the rules are so incredibly hard already. I don't think we're gonna make it, you know. I really don't think. I'm surprised we managed to grind this far. Albeit I may have left the mining session unattended a couple of times, collecting these materials, and it may have been so that the ship has, you know, died when I came back. Thus, I have reloaded an earlier save. So, I hope you do forgive me for that. That means this is not really a purist run, but I don't know if that's what people usually do or not, but, well, can we reload the save or not? I have decided to do that during this grind session, but perhaps that is wrong. But, yeah. It was just a little bit too hard to collect all that material. Yeah, because, you know, this is really hard. I think this is the hardest challenge I've done. Okay, I reloaded the game because I died. So what? Deal with it, I guess. Hopefully that will be acceptable, but I don't know. Maybe we need to do a rerun for this in case you complain too much. But in any case, this is kind of something where I feel like we have a core-ish thing. So we can survive some of the penetrating blasts. Because now we have a difficulty where we will meet some really nasty enemies, and I feel that we need to increase our chances of survival. As said, not to repeat myself, but this is really hard. Right. The pirate limitations of all the weapons we have right now, that is... would not recommend. But 3 layers of ducts, kind of like this, I guess that should increase our survival. So, what should we do for stabilization? You know, I used some lead before, but I feel something that could be pretty accurate-ish is if we have, say, a... we're gonna have a gray color with a full alpha, no shine. Right. What if we have, like, stone in the bottom? Because Age of Sail ships obviously had stone in the bottom to have stability. So I feel that a 2-meter thick stone plate is something I will allow myself. to use for the base structure of this thing, so that perhaps we will gain some stability and also not die if we have torpedoes coming at us. Because we do have a major issue, and that is we can't really withstand torpedoes. We haven't met any torpedoes yet. The worst thing we met that was really hard to survive was the Pontus with the drills, but we haven't met any torpedoes, and when we do, I don't really know what we should do. I guess we'll just maybe die, I don't know. But so I'm thinking we're gonna have a 2-meter thick base plate of stone. That's not very sturdy, but it's a bit better than just wood. So of course we are going to dress it in wood as well. But that's just gonna be the base, like a base plate thing, because I feel that we can't just have stone all over the place. That would be very unrealistic. They only had stone in the bottom. I did try and check if they had any type of armor, but yeah, the metal sheet ironclad thing I was thinking before, that's probably not accurate, so we skip that. We're just gonna have wood. The ship will be wider and larger than this, but this is the stone base plate core we have. I don't know, I think we are definitely not wide enough. We need to add a couple of sections. Well, I don't think we can call this thing pretty, but hopefully it will make us actually engage in interesting combat moving forward and not trying to just, I don't know, escape. Because, you know, it doesn't feel piratey to not engage. That's feel pretty lame. Anyways, that is the ballast area, so we're gonna fill up the rest with wood like this. So now we have kind of a sturdy little base plate thing. Let's see if it floats. Oh crap, that lags a lot. Why does it lag a lot? Did an enemy spawn? I hope an enemy didn't spawn. Oh, scary. Alright, we seem to be floating. That's great. We should have... Did we have air pumps on the last one? Yeah, I think we did. That makes sense. We should have at least. Well. Also, material gatherers is obviously something we need. That is, you know, we are scavenging after all, so we should have some scavenging tentacles, right? Yes. Oil drilling. That feels more pirate. Nice. By the way, what we're doing now is basically we are building after the citadel theory. We have a little citadel in the middle that holds everything vital, and then the stuff around it is, well, expendable-ish. So yeah, this is the citadel. This area can absolutely not be damaged. Thus, we put most of our armor here. If you ever were wondering what the citadel theory was about. Did I mention we need a lot of spikes? Because if we come against some white flare thing coming very fast at us, we can't rely on armor protecting us any second from being shredded. So we'll just have to deal damage. So we're adding a lot of spikes. Oh, that goes for beneath ourselves as well. This is like the opposite to aesthetical building. And when from the depth player enters, you know, basic game settings, just having the bare bones minimal settings, you know they are serious business. Quick tip. All right, I hope this is enough underwater spikes. Oh man, I don't think they may protrude long enough. That is unfortunate. Well, let's just say this will be enough, okay? Let's just pretend this will be enough. Alright, we added the exterior little defense line here. Hopefully it helps somewhat. If we give the spikes, maybe that will do it. I'm thinking for the lowest broadside battery, we're gonna do APS. So this APS shells, we looked at them before, but I'm thinking basically like these. these APSs should then be chain shot or lead ball. You know, the one is hollow point and the other is... and both are somewhat with incendiary now. They have a little bit of incendiary, each of them, because they had heated shot. So that's why they have incendiary. Right. So we're gonna assign this to every other. And the thing, why we're using APS for the lowest layer, that is because I feel that cram should be a little bit higher up, because I guess cram has a lower velocity. I think the higher they are, the higher reach they will have. Something like that, probably. All right, and now when we have made that, we can just copy this section here. I think I'm gonna save this as a prefab. I think we're gonna use it. I think we're gonna need it later. Now we need to keep track of our costs here, because they may run away pretty quickly when we're just mass adding weapons like this. But we have 500,000 to go, so that is something. Honestly, I think we're gonna do another layer of diff guns like this, since they are pre-set up and nice. And they're also pretty not dense firepower, so that's nice. That is very nice. Right, now we have a neat little prefab for this. We're gonna need a shit ton of ammo barrels to uphold this, man. This is some firepower. Well, in any case, I feel I want to have a little bit of some front-siding guns as well, because as someone else in YouTube comments they did some research that there were actually front-siders, galley front-siders, which is very cool. I don't think we should have too many things at the front. We just want a little bit of firepower when we basically will get into one of the broadsides where the actual firepower is going to be. Nice to complete the shape with a couple of ass cannons as well. Here in the midsection, I think we should add the cram cannons. The mixed broadsides. Oh man, it looks so ugly when we apply them by symmetry plane. Never mind, I'm going to do that manually. But anyways, we're going to have a couple of decks of crams. You know what? We can probably build forever. So I'm just going to do like this. I'm going to build for offline a little bit. I'm going to come back with a nice little reveal. So stay tuned for 1 second. Alright, here it goes. The pirate ship. Look at this magnificent beauty. Does it not look powerful? It's probably not very powerful, but it looks very powerful. Look at it. So yeah, we have really used our prefabs here, and it looks insane. I could only afford 1 mortar, so I made some mortars because apparently the French had you know, mortars in Age of Sail times, so then I can have mortars, except my mortars are, I don't know, like 2000 millimeters, because that's, you know, because we are just that grand, you know. Anyways, here it is. So yeah, we are moving. We have sails too, but sails are really hard to use, so I'll leave that to the game if we want to use the sails. Alright, so what we basically do to do that is we just select some behavior. And something like that. And the sails just magically work, I think. I think it's something like that. There we go. Now it works. We just had to turn the right way. We're playing in alpha, by the way. This is the new sails. With the fantastic Army of GMODISM motto and everything. Dulce et decorum est pro patria mori. AOG Invictus. Absolutely not stolen. Alright, so now we have an enemy. That is less fun, but fortunately we are a pretty large boy right now. So hopefully we'll be able to handle this somewhat. This is tiny, man. This is tiny. Our cram barrage, oh my, that's so off. Alright. Our tiny little muskets are trying to do the job. But I really think we should have waited. Oh, that was a nice dodge though. Come on. Alright. Look at that. And now when we have... Oh crap! When we have guns to all of the sides, they are kind of doing the work themselves. We don't need to sit around and like babysit it that much. We are gonna need to do that. But it's you know, cool. We have less material than when we met the enemy, though. That's I guess the bad part. I enjoy seeing this move, but we are a little bit less maneuverable than I'm a bit used to. We're so big, we're just sitting here and mining, and we have like full wind force to the side, which makes us move 1 meter per second. I think our sails may be a little bit underdimensional, but I felt we can't have an age of sail ships if we're never gonna use sails. So they are mostly for vibes, but yeah, I don't think they will improve the situation very much. Probably it's gonna be around the other way around. They're gonna make us just lose materials, but whatever. I think it's time to increase the difficulty, so I guess we're just gonna go east and see if there is any nice portal to look into. The weather right now really lives up to the vibes check. Look at this. Also, look at that. We have a portal. I wonder how long time it will take us to travel there. Probably a very long time. We just need to check the stats of this thing also. Look at this. We have a cost of 730,000 materials and our total firepower is 600. That's basically half of the Gimli class. Isn't that funny? And I think it is for the Mark III at least. Well, don't quote me on that. But the armor cost is 14% and this is minuscule. And that's obviously because we are using the least armor block in the game to basically build in this entire structure. We're basically very weak against damage. Well, Yarhar with a bottle of rum on that. We're definitely traveling with accurate Age of Sail speeds. And an enemy has appeared. What may this be? Dissector? Oh crap, I don't want to get this thing too close. This is an high arc if I ever saw one. Alright, well... And I don't have any nice fuses. I can't use any nice fuses. We're just collecting damage now. Look at this. Look at these shells. The damage they're dealing. Okay, that's not too bad. Well... This is a pretty weak enemy too. Like, we don't want to waste too much ammo on such a weak enemy. We have safely collected materials now for a while. So we are definitely overpowering with firepower when it comes to enemies for this area. Look at this. This is just newly added. They just added this in the alpha update. Look at that. Sails taking damage. That is so cool. I've never seen this before. That's so cool. Wow. Well, this thing, how dead are you? I just realized that I forgot to add our indicators. I need my indicators. Oh crap, look at that. Wow. That's a pretty hefty broadside, man. Oh. We kind of got back the materials too, isn't that nice? Well, for the officers, by the way, the files were recently just now updated. Kinda between starting this recording and at now. You don't know how many days I've recorded this. Several, I'll tell you that. Looks like we're going in for a tallness check. I think we're gonna lose. Fortunately, the next one is pretty close. But I'm also a bit tempted to just, you know... trigger this one. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Are you like not going to... Oh, now we're not going forward anymore. Well, isn't that great? I don't know if it will activate, honestly. Maybe it just won't. Can I like... Okay, damn it, we can't... I thought we could cheat the system. I guess we can't cheat the system. Well, I'm just gonna go and go to the actual gate. So we're gonna upgrade from the shameful warp difficulty 15. This is kind of exciting. Look at that. A portal upgrade. Will we fit in this portal? I don't think so. But we are now at the also shameful warp difficulty 20. Congratulations. And heading east, we seem to have a little bit of a resource area with 40k resources. We are starting to amount to a reasonable amount of resources at each point. So I just guess we are gonna row our fat ass over there and enjoy ourselves. We are under fire. SS Allegiance has appeared. Well, that's pretty far away. We don't have long-range weapons like that. We also don't have the ability to go very fast. So I guess we just have to... I don't know. Shoot it from a distance. And then when we have the opportunity, we should broadside it. We'll just take the bulk of the damage to the face like this. And then we'll broadside it. That's probably the best solution. And that's the result. What's not great is that we are steadily losing materials for each encounter. I kind of feel like the enemies we're meeting at this level as well is a bit too small. So we're actually gonna go for this little portal. But I desperately need this material, so we're just gonna hog up this material and then we're gonna go and have some fun. Ta-da! In a little while. Oh, and now would be an intelligent GMODISM moment for Eric to save the slot. That would be smart. There, you can see, I'm smart. Also, this vehicle needs to be saved. There we go. We got caught up in some situation here while mining. Here we got a... oh my... thing coming towards our broadside. Let's see if we have a good broadside angle here. Oh, that just missed. Oh my. Are you gonna ram us? I'd really like you to not... oh no. Oh no. This is bad. This is quite bad. Alright. Backside battery we got. Oof. It flamed us for a little while. I wonder how much. Fortunately, like it gets weaker over time, but that's far not optimal. Right. Oh no. Alright, we gave it the good broadside there. It's at 89%, yes. And then we have this thing chilling over there. Frustration, what are you doing? I don't like you sitting around there with your missiles. Alright, we got some good hits. 87%, yes. It's a bit too fast for us to turn, I think. Maybe we can give it the front side. There we go. There we go. Wow. 84%, yes. We're going on for a broadside instead. Come on. And we are so low in materials. Oh my. Look at that. %, it's just it's a bit we are running out of materials, and oh crap, because we are using so much of that materials for the guns. I do not think we have an efficient vessel. How much are we even gonna get back when we finally kill this thing? Alright. So our blast guns are able to do some damage, then our broadside is finally kicking in. Low health, thank you, and you just waste all that ammo. Wasn't that amazing? How much material will we give? 12,000? I guess we have about as much as we had when we started. And now we're in this situation. We have this frustration sitting around here. We did some damage. That seems unlikely. Well, I think we should perhaps not stay around for this. This is just a evasive missile thing that's gonna try and grind us down. I honestly think this may be a bad idea, but we have so little materials. I guess I'm gonna use the muskets and try and get it to perhaps go down. I think we'll have to stay and just sit this out, because there is so much materials stored in the materials depot we're sitting at, and we just can't really afford to not have that. Now we're falling down. So we have to take our chances, basically. Do we have 5% damage? Oh my, that's a lot. Are you popping incendiary? Oh. 97% damage. We should go backwards a little bit. So it is slowly catching damage. We should be able to take it out, right? If we just switch to like all weapons, and I'm gonna wait for them to reload. I'm thinking perhaps I have a chance to time it right, because when it sits like there, come on, we have no materials. Oh no. And then it's gonna go down after a while. Oh no. And when it goes down, it's about to stop, then we fire. Are you kidding me? That was not where I aimed. I don't trust these guns, and... Oh no, did we shoot out our own? Right, this is not going great. We are like being grinded down, to be honest, but by this tiny thing. I'm thinking we have to broadside it from the other side, so we are just slowly going to try and get the other broadside into range, and hopefully we can survive this battle. There we are getting into broadside any second now. So let's hope that we have something that can hit this thing. Oh no. It's just dodgy. It's so dodgy. This is annoying. The only thing we have as pirate gear that is like not dodgy, that's like our ballistas with incendiaries, but they only work at very close distance. And we need a big size to be able to survive, and then we can't be fast and get close to the enemy. This is really hard. This is the hardest adventure I have tried. I've also been more careful this time. That's the only reason why I've been surviving longer than the previous adventures. But yeah, or longer. I mean, we haven't progressed very highly. We have just been very careful sitting things out. Well, we are being grinded down. This will be a very very bad place to end at. Ooh, I landed some hits. I think I landed some hits. Look at that, 93%. That's not very glorious, but it seems to have lost control slightly. Maybe that's just happy thinking. We're like down to 70%. Slowly but surely we are landing hits. Oh yes, look at that. Oh yes, it's AI dead. We didn't die today. And I shouldn't say that too early. Here we have an osprey thing. Well, we got like a measly amount of it. Oh no, so with 70% health, are you kidding me? This is bad. And then we have a osprey thing. What the hell are you? I don't want to meet these evasive aircraft targets. We have nothing against them. That's like, sooner or later this adventure mode is gonna end because we meet like something evasive that's large. There is nothing pirate we can do about them. Alright, let's see what we can do against this osprey thing. I don't have very high hopes. Ooh, we did set fire to its face. That's a good starting tactic. We need to get into the material zone if we want to have any hope of reloading anything. Oh no. So many Are you packing incendiary missiles or something? Because I don't like incendiary missiles. They are just so damaging for us. Oh yeah, look at that. We did set fire to its face a little bit again. Isn't that quite nice? Having some... Oh yes, 98. We're at like 70, are we not? Now I'm thinking it's reasonable we can broadside this thing, right? That's the only weapons we have. It's sitting pretty still into the air, so maybe, just maybe, we can land a broadside. Now we're basically lined up. We're just too far away. That is the bad part. Okay, fire. Oh, look at that, 96%, and we seem to land with the incendiary APS guns mostly. Right. Aim for the middle of it. See if we can activate any of the other weapons. We got the cramshell away. Oh, another swarm. Look at that, 92%. We have fire all over the place. Oh, it looks more damaged. I guess the fire will catch up. Hopefully. Oh, another one. Look at that. Look at that. It's starting to look like we're gonna survive this, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. The crashes are just not on target. I don't know how many percent healed will be when we exit this thing though, but Guess we'll see how much percentage is left in the material zone. Are you trying to escape? No, no. Alright, let's see if we can finish this thing off. Have we any guns on the other side? Let's try. Let's try and get some shots in there. Come on. Oh yes, look at that. Look at all that fire. Perfect. Our heated pirate accurate shots are doing their work. 79. It has to go down. It has to die now. Come on, you can't maneuver. Yes, thank you. Finally. Finally. Whew. And our poor little thing, all for meeting a tiny little evasive ship. Well, we somehow managed to repair ourselves enough. We have very little materials and we have a dissector here in the background. We're just gonna ignore that thing. I don't want to meet any more evasive tiny craft, so here we are in a new plane. Fantastic. Now level T 25. With 4,000 materials to our name. Great. I guess we're going to set the ship to a eastbound course in the meantime. And just hope for some nice portals or resource zones to appear. Like, did we enter a dead plane or something? Oh my god. Well, hopefully we have some portals appearing, or more preferably, abundant resources. Because we need to have more mortars, we need to have beefier firepower, and we need to get to higher planes so that we don't get harassed by those evasive tiny things. I also kind of want to go to a plane where there is 0 chance we meet a submarine. I know we have some, well, protections, but it's not really enough. So hopefully if we go to a plane with like scary big ships and no submarines are that big, maybe, I don't remember, but maybe it will work, I don't know. Not that I necessarily have the free materials to spend, but wouldn't like the optimal position for an anti-air little ballista be like on top of the sail? I think so. I think so. I was so scared something has happened. But we have an enemy who's appeared now. Alright. Scarlet Dawn. Alright then. What do we have here, boys? We have aircraft. Oh no. That's not great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was nice having this little adventure mode with you all. We'll see if we survive this one. Fragments. We have 2 fragments. Are you like really slow? What's up with this? I'm a little... Oh, we're just using the wrong type of weapons, man. What the hell? We're just wasting materials. Even attempting to shoot at these things. We have like 0 chance. Oh, what? We actually hit with something. How is that even possible? Well, okay, so we don't have 0 chance of hitting them. We just have low chance. But low, you know, it's not 0. How is the other doing? Is that like 100%? No, we actually hit both of them. Ew! Look at that. Look at that. We are actually managing to shoot at this thing. Oh, you are in the water. Beautiful. Stay there. Stay there. We are out of materials. In case that was not obvious. Funny that our little missiles are trying to create fires in the water. Oh well. Maybe it wasn't such a bad idea to put a little ballista on the mast here. I don't know if it was that particular thing that hit. I'm kind of thinking so, but I don't know. Will you look at that? Well, that's good news. Ah. Beautiful. We don't have enough materials to repair or reload our guns, but we didn't die. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see what I see? We have finally found a portal. I think it's time to take it. We want bigger enemies. As we're getting closer, I just noticed this weird little holo thing. That means material zone. What's up with that? 42,000 materials? We may need to grab that. I think we should have loaded guns before we up the difficulty. An enemy has appeared, and I don't know how I feel about that. Crap. 3,000 meters. I'm sure we can reach. We'll have to try. Alright. We hit a few shots. Now the friends come in. Like, that's pretty measly. What the hell? Okay. Let's shoot here. Nice. Now we got some of the ram shells. Okay. We have... Don't tell me we'll lit fire to ourselves, because that would be very annoying. What's up with this? Oh, I guess it was just the gold? Okay, never mind. Alright. And fire! I love broadsiding. It's pretty majestic. We'll have to give it. We'll have to give it that. It has majesty. Alright. What's less majestic is the inability to reload with no materials in store. But now I think we should be able to bam. Look at that. Beautiful, nice little fires. 90%? We're at 96. Good. Holy! Oh no! That's like where we are. Oh, no! It's their mortar. Okay, their mortar. Oh crap! We'll need. Oh, I'll need to run to get out of here. Like that can actually like one-shot me. That can like kill my character and end the adventure. Oof. Mortars. Scary stuff. Right, so if we're moving, we become a little bit less predictable. Let's see here. Main drive, we should stop going forward and just enter broadside. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We should get a majestic broadside here any moment, so let's be cinematic about it. Oh. Beautiful. Oof. Look at that. And here, the 64 pounders and the diff guns. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is decent fire. Okay, so what's your health? 71. Great. We are getting there. If only I could reload my guns. I'm just gonna click fire all and just hope for the best. Look at it. Yeah, okay. We won that one. Wow. 37,000. Beautiful. We can finally reload guns and repair the damage. Maybe. Wow, that was quite amazing. I just realized I didn't have my microphone on me, so that's why there was a little bit of missing voice there. But wow, that broadside. I'm glad I caught that broadside anyways. Like, man, that was the most epic broadside ever against the submarine. Here we are sitting peacefully minding our business, and a parapet comes and just invades our space. Why? Fortunately, when I was AFK mining here a little bit to go to the next plane, I realized we were in combat, and well, it looks like our broadside guns have a reasonable chance of dealing with this, since it's already at 74%. Alright. Let them fire. Oh, I think we're out of broadside range. Look at that though. Our ballistas are finally doing the Imperium's work. I mean, what, why are we not shooting? Let me help. What? We didn't want a broadside. Do we have reload issues? Come on now. Now then. Broadside, broadside, broadside. All guns. Lock on. I think it may be too close. I think it's too close. There we go. And they missed. Why? Sometimes I'm a bit sad when the epic broadside just goes in there and just every shot misses. Oh yes, look at that, exposing those bits, those juicy interiors. Doesn't matter, you're close. We still have a few guns that can shoot. We lost like 5%. But I bet we're gonna get a reasonable sum for taking this down, right? Now our broadside barrage is coming in and just taking it out. Beautiful. And there it goes. Wait. No. No. No, that's not. No. I don't give me that fire. Stay off. Stay away from me. Stay away. Oh my. Degraded mode, I bet. I bet we got some degraded mood on ours. Ah. Thank you. Just die. Okay, now now the guns are coming in here. Well, thank you very much. I guess that's very helpful. And we have no materials. Are you kidding me? We better get a lot of materials from this thing. Because how are we supposed to repair? What the grind this is. This is such a grind. Are we like never gonna get to materials? Okay, so 19,000? Are you scamming me? Miserable Onyx watch crap. I'm gonna sulkily go to that portal and up the difficulty level. We're just losing materials by existing here. Let's just get the hell out of here. I don't want to see what's coming at us. Very nice. Well, this is taking absolutely forever to navigate this damaged ship that will just not go straight. This little session does contain a little bit of AFKing. I just realized that we accidentally killed some enemies on the way to this portal, but now we're here. Kind of zero-sum game. I think we really need to up the sizes of the enemies we're meeting, because yeah, our weapons just suck against fast evasive things, and the larger things are, the less evasive they can be because of Newton's laws of acceleration and stuff like that. It's such a... I think for one part, I need to have a repaired ship, but for the other part, I think I may need a couple of more rudders. I mean paddles. Is it enough with like touching the gate with sub-objects? I don't think it is. I think I hate the sails. Yep, I think I hate the sails. They just work against me. They're so annoying. I'm trying to navigate and it just navigates the wrong direction. And sinner's luck. Beautiful ship this. What are you doing here? Do you have artwork inside? Oh yeah. I looked with this. I looked at this with Rorstem before. Well, should we take this on? I think maybe we should take this on. You like turn off yourselves. All right. 3,000 meters. Wow, okay. This is not optimal. Fire. Bam, look at that. Starting some fires. Isn't that beautiful? Fire. Reasonable damage. Are you just gonna let this sit here and just deal damage? Can you not like burn down 63%? You should have burned down long ago. What is this? You think it's funny? Is that it? Is that it? I'm gonna show you funny. Oh yes. There you go. That's funny. How much materials will we be given? Well, this 32,000. I guess that will cover... Will that even cover the repairs? I hope it will. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the ship is starting to look cursed. I doubled the paddles. That's all I did. I just realized the mortar was set to only low instead of only high, so I will excuse all the commissioned officers that the updated files. I think the mortar, I don't know if the saved mortar is set up to only low. The mortar firing piece, it should be set to only high. Makes a lot of difference. Did you know that mortars guide themselves on the way down? So that they will be a little tiny more likely to hit, because otherwise they are so darn unlikely to hit that they're basically useless. You could see, it still kind of missed even though it was guided. Look at those beautiful old sails. Well, I think we are going to line up for a little... This is pretty slow. I bet I can shoot at this. Alright, and fire! Beautiful. Now we're gonna broadside her. Look at that. Ooh. Pretty nice hits. You know what I realized? I should set this thing to AI control only, so I don't accidentally, like, trigger it. AI only. I should do this for all of them. Look at that. Oh, well, I can do that later too. Oh my. The last right. Oh crap. That might be... that may be the last we see of us. I'm thinking perhaps we should chill a little bit. See what our boys are doing over there. While... oh crap. Looks like we have aimed at us. I don't vibe with that very much. Come on. Now we're gonna go and broad... oh crap. Oh no. Oof. That's bad. This is kind of bad. Okay. We just don't have very many guns that we can shoot that in this direction. Oh no. I think we need to pause the game here. Okay. I'm gonna teleport myself here. And then we are going to unpause the game and happily walk over there. Then I'm going to take the minigun. It's lagging so much. I wonder if that rod can damage me. I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling. This is bad. Oh no. I need to shoot that thing off. Oh, we're in the water. Okay, it's lagging so much. I need to pause the game. Oh my god, it's sounding so much. Can I like teleport to a share somewhere? What is this? Okay. So we're slightly in panic mode here. We're just going to casually build. Can't I build? I can't build. Can't build. Our avatar is in the water. Okay. Do we have any remaining shares? This is like the AI. Oh crap. Right, there we have it. That's like the AI room. Okay. This is not what we prepared for. Alright. Here we are again. It's lagging so much. You know what? Okay, I'm sorry. Shut up. Thank you. Oh crap. Just shut up. Oh man, okay. Alright, I put the game into the lowest possible graphic setting. I don't know exactly where it is. We're just desperately trying to shoot off this thing. Oh my. This is quite nerve-wracking. I believe this may be the last. The last of the pirate ship. We'll see if we can somehow get out of this thing. We just need to do so much darn damage, and possibly we could get this thing off. Oh my. Come on, come on. We're so degraded mode. Oh my. Sometimes this game makes you do funny things. This is just very strange. I'm just desperately trying to shoot off the thrusters. I just don't want this thing to... Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was I swept away by that large dome? I think it aims at me. It seems that we are not damaged by it. Well, the things this game adventure mode lets or like forces you to do. Oh my. This is not very pirate, I admit. I guess I should only use the musket, but then we might as well stop this run right here. But if we're gonna go that hardcore, we might as well take into consideration the structural integrity of wood and how our vessel is kind of unrealistic. Oh, there you go. Well, it really likes keeping mixing around here, but I have kind of started to give up on trying to shoot off that drill because it's just so darn high health. I'm thinking if we just drill to the core here, maybe we can kill the AI and just capture the people. That would be quite cool. Well, I think we're progressing, but this is another type of grind. This is like minigun grinding. We're basically grinding down the white flares with a minigun. Well, what do you do for the Imperium? Well, kill its enemies, of course. The last right is 69 percentages. I think we're gonna kill it by percentage. It seems we have the ability to actually get out of this alive. Well, I shouldn't speak too soon. By Imperial decree, I command you to disassemble yourself. How about this? Broadside. Come on. Guns? Shoot the darn thing. Guns? Hello? Oh my. Oh no. Oh no. We got swept away. What happened there? I hope there is a share somewhere. Oh man, I thought we were out of luck. But this share of all shares, that's the only share remains. Whew. All right. Eric has spoken, and so it became. The Imperial foes are defeated in a glorious battle with no losses on our part. 62% in health. Are you not dead yet? You're sinking. And stay there. And there it goes. Whew. What a fest. Infested fest. The worst kind of fest. Not festive at all. Okay, that was very close. And we got the and we got the measly 26,000 materials for this. Oh no. I don't know how I will get out of this, but I will tell you, it's gonna be a grind if we find a way to get out of this situation. We are so damaged, and I don't see any materials close. Wow. This is gonna be difficult. There is light on the horizon. We have detected a material depot. We'll not be able to get back to full health, but, well, anything we can get, I guess. So, I have had the following strategy. Running from different scary enemies, getting a higher level, trying to salvage the material depots as long as we can before we get killed, and basically hoping to get into the crossfire of scary things. Like, I don't want to shoot this thing right now because they are engaged with the galaxy over there, you see. So, right now we are at difficulty 40. Wanna let the big boys battle this out before we get involved. Right, the Tranquility died, and here we are with the galaxy. That is not good times. But at least we have our broadside here, so perhaps we should target... Oh crap, it's not just a turret. Oh crap, what was that? Oh my, that's a big boom. If we can shoot it in its face a little bit, start some fires. I thought I told you to not fire. Okay, I think we'll need to broadside. Come on now. Oh, bam! That hurts. We are so slow. We can't really affect this bearing. No, okay. Now we can. There we have it. There we have it. Getting into broadside. Come on now. Come on now. Oh yes, there we go. Don't evade, please. When I was thinking about this challenge, I thought that like our powered ship would meet like... I don't know what that naivety comes from, but I thought like we would battle Onyx Watch ships and like Deepwater Guard ships and, you know, Steel Striders, maybe the Megalodon at last. I kind of just edited out any potential of meeting evasive, scary aircraft. So that's one of the reasons why this challenge has been so hard. I thought that, you know, I thought about more against epic sea battles with other ships. Not like trying to broadside a bomber or like attack helicopters messing you up. Look at that. Oh yes. Look at that. Come on. 70%. Scarlet Dawncrafts are pretty sad when you start to grind at them. Which direction are you going? You're going this direction. Okay. We have no materials. Well, isn't that great? Ugh. Come on. I need more hands to command this all at once. Come on now. Oh no. That is such... Phew. Yes, 72%. Yes, it's fire all over the place. If we can lob some shells at kind of the right areas here, we could upset the balance. Perhaps we could make it topple over or something. Excellent. Getting the front side. We're gonna be completely smoked if we meet an like spacecraft of some kind. Getting our other broadside into view. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Beautiful. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We got the galaxy. We got the galaxy. Ooh. So you see, the enemies are starting to get bigger here. Which is great, because that means that they are less able to be evasive. I still think we are a little bit on the smaller side. So I want to go here. Yeah, okay, nice. That's some good amount of materials. We're at 77%. Oh my. Well, we did meet a Scarlet Dawn craft. What can we expect? This is like a mild sheet playing in simple graphics mode or like basic graphics, because then you don't have the GPU ocean. And when you don't have the GPU ocean, you kind of don't get the crazy waves. It's just much more stable. Another enemy has occurred. We have the Stalwart. So we better get some shots landed here. Oh my. These crams are probably a lot more scary than whatever we are packing. Our hollow point and kinetics. No material. Okay. This is gonna be an interesting ride. I would appreciate our mortar. We're at 77%. That's not great. Oh my, it's still at 100%. Oh no, look at these penetration capabilities. Oh. Oh no. I don't know how much wood would be needed to protect against that. Okay, we need to... Oh no. Shooting off our broadside guns. We need to get our broadside going. Come on. Oh no, no. Which direction are you going? Okay. We need to turn this way. Oh, we got torpedoes as well. Alright, come on, 99%. We still got some firepower packing here. Just so slow, we just turned so slow. Oh, this is bad. 51%. Oh no. We just don't have the armor to survive this, and we don't have the maneuverability. Come on. Just give us some maneuverability. Come on now. Oh, bam. Oh no. Oh no. This is bad. In case this will be the end of us, I at least wanted to be in in reasonable graphics. Oh, I don't... What the... Where is my control? Are you stealing my ship's computers and everything now? Do you have no sense of respect? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Ah. And I had hoped to get to difficulty 100. But you know what? If we're gonna do this type of adventure mode again, what am I saying? I don't know if I wanna do it. If we're gonna do pirate theme again, you'll have to tell me what type of weapons should be allowed. No, no, no. What? Oh no. We are being blown to pieces here. Come on. Last stand. What is this? It's still at 99%. This is embarrassing. and where are my, like, control units? Thank you. Right. You know what? I'm just gonna do like this. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna slap on propellers. Because I don't wanna go out with it at least like a cool broadside, you know? Thank you. I don't know if that's gonna... I think that may not help. We are probably so damaged, it doesn't really matter anyway. Well, we are very much sitting ducks here, slowly panicking while we are desperately trying to turn. Now I lost this again. No. Oh. If I'm not promising anything here, okay? I'm very clear with that. If it would be maybe so that we would do with pirate theme adventure before, I want more tech. What tech should be allowed? Should it be steampunk? Should it be ironclad? Like, what are our limitations? This is too difficult. Only wood as armor and my little ballast of stone. It's not cutting it. But worst of all, the maneuverability. We can't turn towards the enemy. What can we do? Like, I guess I should remove my sheets. It's very clear we're going to, in big honor, end here. But seriously, let me just at least have a ship's wheel. May at least have... Oh, our last bits of paddles disappeared. I don't think any... We're at 16% health. Like, nothing can save us here. Well, like a true captain of this vessel, we shall go down with this ship. Not that we have much of a choice in our current situation. We would hope for an Imperial rescue satellite to beam us out of here. But that seems like a quite unlikely scenario. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great run. Unfortunately, I believe it ends here. We're surprisingly resilient though. And look those torpedoes. There it goes. There it goes. Our beloved little vessel. I don't think we could have pushed it very much further, with the biggest problem being the extremely bad maneuverability. Well, at least the smoke is cinematic. GG. We got killed by the hands of the stalwart. I had hoped to meet some larger enemies, but here we have it, the pirate adventure has come to an end. What also must come to an end is the Imperial Ram. Maybe it wasn't today, maybe it was over several weeks, but whatever, here it goes. Here we have it. As promised, I'm not installing my green screening and setting up the studio lights in the middle of the night, so this will suffice. I want to say big thanks to the commissioned officers supporting the channel, and if anyone at this moment is at the government of GMODISM. But our commissioned officers via Patreon: Admiral Dragonix62, Commodore the All-Round Gamer, Commanders Ali, Ben Wilkie, Cameron Dixon, Sven van der Velde, our lieutenants, Anto Kraby, Daniel Saikin, Owen, Harbagreed, Peasantford, Volkite, Rick Rell, and Scuba Rocks. And all the cadets, and those in the Ecclesiarchy supporting at YouTube membership. In any case, big thanks for watching, and if you want further future adventure modes, please suggest some ideas on Reddit or under this video. I'll see you in future videos, and I hope you thought this was a blast. Yar har, and bottle of rum. This is your host, Eric, signing out.